Greetings, punks, goths, metalheads, herberts, herbetters, Martians and subterranean folks. My name's John and this is the Health Anarchist channel. Well, for today's walk, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be walking from Stalybridge, which is an urban area, and we're going to be walking past the reservoirs and over the hills to Tintwistle. So today I would class as a bit of an escape walk if you ever want to escape from an urban area like Stalybridge or anywhere in Tameside and get into the countryside quickly for a bit of, you know, peace of mind, chill out time and relaxation. So I have covered some of this route before. The parts I've covered is going up by the reservoirs in Stalybridge. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to start most of the filming from when I get to the end reservoir and doing the section which I haven't done, which is from the end reservoir, Higher Swineshaw, over to Tintwistle. So I'm going to crack on with that now. I'll see you in a bit. Right, so we've just reached the final reservoir. I must say it's so windy, I hope the noise isn't too bad. But we're going to go over this road over the reservoir and we're going to be going through valleys and over hills to Tintwistle now. Hopefully the sound will be a bit better when there's not as much wind in the valleys, but we shall see. So this is the windiest weather I've ever encountered coming up here. Even when I've been up in winter it's not been this windy, but I think see what it's like tomorrow. It's supposed to be a heat wave in some parts of the country, but this wind's going to blow it away if it's windy like this up here tomorrow. So from here on until we get to the little stream near Tintwistle, this is going to be all new territory and new exploring, so looking forward to it. Actually looks like a little beach there, especially with the wind blowing the water. It looks really choppy like waves. Tiny little cottage thing at the far distance. So the road goes on towards Tintwistle. So the sign's saying Tintwistle 2 miles this way, up this track I think, this one on the left. Right, I'm out the worst of the wind now. I do apologise if the camera's wobbling about a bit today because the wind's really been blowing the camera on the gimbal about a lot. I was looking at my map earlier and I was like fighting with it with the wind. Never actually had that before, you know, when I've had a map out. So yeah, there's a first time for everything. I'm sure loads of you guys have experienced that too. Worst things happen at sea. So it is a really nice walk, this one, walking from Stalybridge, which is in Cheshire, over to Tintwistle, which is in the High Peak, Derbyshire, and I'd recommend it. You know, it's about 4.5 miles from Stalybridge Country Park, and that'll take you to Tintwistle, and you can go, you know, to the pub, the Bull's Head, for a pint, something to eat maybe, and walk back, or you could even get the bus back. But yeah, it's a nice walk. So this part of the walk today, from the final reservoir in Brushes Valley, which is Higher Swineshaw, from there to Tintwistle, it was a final piece of a jigsaw that was missing, and I know pretty much all the rest of the area, so just wanted to do it to connect up the dots today. So this is a great walk if you like a bit of peace and quiet. I've hardly seen anyone today, and it's great. I'm having a bit of meditation while I'm walking. Some of the lower reservoirs, like Walkerwood Reservoir, they do get busy on a hot day, but you don't get many people coming down there this far. So why this is a good escape route, or we could call it a gateway walk, it's because it's a good gateway for getting out, right out into the hills and into the wilderness of the moors. Because once you're at Tintwistle, you know, you can go all the way to Sheffield if you wanted to, across the hilltops, and you wouldn't have to touch your road. So yeah, it's great and you could also go the other direction and go into Glossop and get into all the hills and countryside around there as well. And from there you can even go over the Kinder Scout area, so it is a proper gateway to adventure when you come here. So we've got the Pennine Bridleway both ways. So we've got a bit of a view from here. Down there, that's Arnfield Reservoir, and all these trees in the distance there, that's Swallows Wood. And right over there where those pines are, I think that's where I went the other week when I went to Seven Falls. So I'm going to be following track here, and it bends round going down in a minute. Right, I know where I am now. You might recognise these bridges from some of my earlier videos. I was up here not that long ago, so I actually know where I am now. I'm not that far from Tintwistle. Just one more hill to go, I think, that one there. Then we'll be coming down near the farms. So, cool little bridge there. Another one over there, which I was on the other week. But yeah, cool. So basically just this one more hill to climb. So we're up on top of that hill now. Now I do know some shortcuts from this point. They're cutting across fields, which makes it a bit shorter. But I wanted to do it on this main track today without sort of going on side tracks across fields and stuff. Right, so there's not actually a great deal of distance left in it today. Just got to work my way down to Arnfield Farm, which is pretty near at the bottom of this hill, and then from there work my way to Crossgate Lane, past Crossgate Farm, then I'll be on the main road. So after coming all the way up the hill, we're coming right down that same hill now, and it's a big old track down the hill. Right, we're just going past Arnfield Farm now, which you should be able to see behind me just there, and we're going on to Arnfield Lane. So I hope you enjoyed this video today, and I hope it inspired some of you guys to get outdoors. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to give us a like, and it'd be really fantastic if you could give us a subscribe as well. It's only one click. Right, I'm just turning onto Crossgate Lane now from Arnfield Lane. We'll just nip down this little lane here. Right, so I'm just passing Crossgate Farm now. So I'm in Tintwistle proper. So for a walk, to walk from Cheshire, where I live, into High Peak, Derbyshire, it's a real sense of achievement, even though it's a relatively short walk at about 4.5 miles. But yeah, it's a really nice walk to do. And now I'm in Tintwistle, I can go anywhere I want to. You can go deeper into the wilderness, whether it's going towards Glossop or Kinder Scout, or whether you go in towards Sheffield along Woodhead. So there's so many places you can go from here. So thanks for watching. Until the next video, keep yourself very safe. Take care. Bye now.